Hello, everyone. This is Julie Hahn, CEO of the Sammamish Chamber, and we are resuming our chamber chats. And I am sitting here with Cathryn Dall. She is with Network in Action Eastside, one of our newer members, and we're going to get to know her and what they do. So, Cathryn, let's talk a little bit about Network in Action. And what is it, first of all? And then from there, what is the gap you saw in the local networking scene?
Yeah, absolutely. So Network in Action, it's a franchise model that's all over the US and international now. And it's a model I follow that really brings business owners together to connect, collaborate, and create community. But we follow a model that makes networking really efficient and effective. Because networking can be really overwhelming for some business owners. So I follow the Network in Action model. I run 3 groups here in the greater Eastside area, bringing that to the local community. And when I moved here, I moved from Texas to Washington over 5 years ago, right in the middle of the pandemic. And I had the opportunity to get to know the Network in Action model. I'd worked for the founder and franchisor, helping him with development. And when we relocated here, there weren't any groups. And I had firsthand seen how it had helped business owners, especially through the pandemic, because they had those relationships. They had that support system in place. And so it's something I knew, even though we were in lockdown and couldn't even meet in person, it's something I knew I wanted to bring here. And so I could not only build my own community, but bring that resource to local businesses.
Oh my goodness. So you started during COVID.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not sure.
That must have been a
was,
challenge.
Yeah, we'll say a little bit. We weren't legally allowed to meet in person. And there were no networking events to go to. So I couldn't meet anyone and I didn't know anyone. So, thank goodness for phone calls, and people were quite eager to talk.
I bet they were. They were probably tired.
No chance am I getting someone to answer the phone now, but my goodness, they were excited to take my call back then.
I know. We were all like, let me out of here.
They were like, someone new to talk to? You want to chat? Yes.
Oh my God. Well, actually, it was probably the silver lining.
It was. It really, I don't know what I would have done if not. I think I would have felt really isolated.
Yeah, for sure.
So it forced me out of my own comfort zone and really to create this, which has been amazing.
I freaking love that. So what do your meetings actually feel like? What would someone who would come for the first time experience?
Yeah, I'll share a quote from one of my members. She's like, I love my monthly Network in Action meeting because I know all I have to do is show up and guaranteed someone's facilitating it and I'm going to be delivered a high quality agenda. And I was like, oh, that means so much to me. So, I think I'm looking to really make sure people feel welcome, but also find conversation and connection so that they're not sitting there feeling lost on how to continue that conversation. So they're going to actually experience an agenda where I facilitate the topic, I share the topic, and they're having that conversation with 4 or 5 business owners, and then I move them. And they go sit with 4 or 5 other business owners and talk about a different topic. So they usually get moved throughout the meeting 3-4 times.
Oh, that's great.
So they're continuously getting to speak to other business owners and then also learn about their businesses in a way that would never come up during small talk.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's so great. Yeah. So if someone is listening and feeling a little isolated in their business right now, what would you say to them about getting plugged into a community like yours?
Yeah, I would say, you know what? First, understand why you're looking for community. What's the true reason that you want to network or be a part of a community? And then let that lead you in how you choose your next group or a chamber or multiple things that you want to be a part of. And please reach out to me, have a conversation with me. I'm happy to help someone guide them and understand we're not always the right fit, right? So I can help guide them to other resources depending on what they're looking for.
That's great. That kind of takes some of the pressure off too, right?
I just want to see how I can be a resource to them. And if the group's a good fit, great. If not, I have a lot of there's many, chambers and networking groups out there that might be a better fit, or just other communities that could be good for them.
For sure. Well, within our chamber, we have a lot of chamber events, and you just how could you describe the difference between what you provide for networking as opposed to what our chamber provides?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think Network in Action and chambers really go hand in hand together. They're a great support system for one another because the experiences are so different, right? Chambers are amazing for really expanding your entire reach in a community or city, for visibility, for brand awareness, and really continuously meeting new businesses all throughout the Sammamish area. Where Network in Action takes a very, very honed in approach. So we bring business owners together in a variety of different industries, but it's exclusive for them. So there's only one in each category so that they can be the industry expert in there and then form really deep collaborative relationships and become strong referral partners for one another. And they do that by, we facilitate a once a month meeting. And at those meetings, we have a value add for the business owner. So it's not a traditional networking style meeting where you're socializing. We're actually talking about business topics that relate to ownership, that relate to sales, that relate to networking. So they leave.
They get more value out of it.
They get a completely different scenario than they would at a traditional like open networking style meeting. So they're leaving with a value add for their business that hopefully they can implement, or knowing how they need to continue that conversation with that business owner that they sat across with.
Yeah. So explain how it's different than BNI, because BNI has always kind of been a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure lots of people have questions about the difference.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Different model than BNI. We focus on meeting monthly. We found weekly was just a bit too taxing for our business owners. They're busy, right? So we have monthly meetings where they still get to collaborate and be in front of one another. And then I build out and lead the groups. So there's no volunteer positions.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's really nice. I do the heavy lifting so that they can really focus on building those relationships. All the members go through a background check and are vetted by me with a business assessment, so I can really understand how to build out the group and the people that need to be brought in there. And then we created technology to make it really easy for our members to stay connected, to pass referrals to one another.
Oh, so you have like a platform?
An entire platform that allows them to pass a referral. And when they do, a video goes out to that prospect getting introduced. So they get a warm introduction. That really helps elevate that conversation. And then we also have monthly socials that allow all of my groups to come together and really have a conversation with one another.
So you have a monthly social and then the monthly meeting.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And you plan all those?
I do. I plan all those. And then one of my favorite things, Julie, is we do a community service project each year. So the group actually chooses what we're going to do to give back here locally. And one of my favorites is one of my groups for the past few years. We've gone to Frog Legs Cooking School and baked pies and donated them to a local charity for their Thanksgiving so that those families could have something special on Thanksgiving.
That is so awesome. I love stuff
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So then what type of business owners really thrive with Network in Action?
Yeah, I really focus on that small to mid-sized business owner. I think what really is key, that business owner needs to be involved in the business development and growth of that business. I see them really flourish when they are still involved with their customers and their clients and having those conversations. And you'll see a variety of industries, from service-based industries like coaching, consulting, HR, recruitment, exit planning, all doing really well. To the flip side, your home service-based companies like your contractors, right? Because they need each other as resources. So they really start to find those collaborative relationships in there.
Yeah. That is such a great way to build referral partners, right? So many business owners, and I see this firsthand, feel very overwhelmed with networking.
Yes.
How do you help members make it feel more intentional and worth their time?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think some of the challenges that happen, someone or business owner realizes, hey, I need to network. So they go join a ton of different things. And then they start going to so many things. They wear themselves out and they don't see the results because they didn't focus on really the relationship piece of it, right?
Right.
So then they're like, well, I'm exhausted and it didn't work. So I think the nice thing is we give them a format that consistently allows them to stay in front of key business owners on a very manageable basis. and we provide them topics that really trigger those conversations. Because once a month, that's something you can absolutely fit in your schedule and not feel overwhelmed. And yes, I'm going to encourage them to go on one-to-ones to really be intentional about learning about the members, but they can fit that into their own schedule.
Right. And they also, it gives them an opportunity to be able to connect with the right people.
Yes.
That they're gonna, right?
Yeah, because I want to know, as part of my process when I bring a new member on, I really want to know, hey, who are good resources for you? Who do you want me to keep an eye out so that I can introduce you or bring that person into the group?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do the same with when members sign up for membership with the chamber to kind of review our directory and let me know who is really a good referral partner for you. I can do a warm intro, make it really easy for them to start that conversation. So that's really cool. Can you share maybe an example of a story of where you've kind of had some meaningful connection or a referral that just really worked out well?
Yeah, I have a couple fun stories.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. One of my favorites is I had a member in one of my groups who had been a member for quite some time. I had brought another member in. They started to form a relationship, and the one member's business ended up acquiring the other member's business.
Well,
so what a really cool
No
success story in my mind that is, right?
I love that.
And then I've had people who've come in who they've gotten, to them, more important than referrals is the actual community and the relationships they formed in there and how it's been able to support their business and their business growth as an individual, right? And as a business owner. And so, I have one of my members who's been there since day one, and he's like, I love this group.
Yeah.
It's the one thing I look forward to every month as being a business owner.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Those are great stories. Well, my last question is my favorite. I would love to know, why did you decide to join the Sammamish Chamber?
Yeah, so I was introduced to the Sammamish Chamber by two of your other members. They invited me to come to meetings. Those members are also members of mine. So that was really exciting to expand my community. And everyone has been so welcoming here in Sammamish. So I find the chamber really provides me great opportunities to connect with local business owners who are truly interested in growing. And it allows me now to have even more resources to connect people when they're looking for those things they need. And your support's been fantastic and involvement. So, it's really appreciated when I come across someone who leads a chamber and who looks to create those collaborative relationships with others in the
Well, that is what's most important to me, is building good relationships, and that's why I think we align so well. We can really be referral partners to each other, actually.
Exactly.
So
it's been fun to pass people to each other.
I love it. Yeah. Well, if you want to learn more about NIA, Network in Action, you can go to the Sammamish Chamber website and look under our member directory, and you will see their profile with all the information on how you can connect with Cathryn, or just come to one of our meetups. She's usually there. So thank you, Cathryn, for your time.
Julie.
This was really fun.
It was great. I loved it. Thank you.
I know. And we will see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.